Hi, this is Steve Thompson with Flipping Crazy Academy, and today we're going to talk about how much should you offer on a home. Well, how much should you offer on a home? How much should you pay? I would say a better question is, what's your goal for this home? Is this home going to be your first home? Is this home going to be a rental property? Is it going to be a property that you're going to use for your fix and flip? So let's take a look at what the goal is for this home. And that will help you better determine what you should pay for this property. So a few things that you want to look at when you're going to buy the property, regardless of what your goals are, is where is this property located at? Are there, grocery stores? Are there schools, gas stations? What kind of convenience is within the 2 to 5 mile radius of the home that you're going to purchase? Because whether you're purchasing it for a rental property, a fix and flip, or your very first home, you're going to want some kind of convenience to be there. If there's no convenience there, there's no reason for anybody else to want to buy it. Also, is it close to a freeway? How far is the freeway from this home or any type of public transportation? Because anyone that's going to be looking to buy your home after you're ready to sell it or rent your home out, they're going to be looking at, well, I have to commute to work. So because I have to commute to work, I can't be driving for 20 minutes before I hit a freeway. So how close is a freeway on-ramp, off-ramp from this property? Also, what about restaurants? People like to eat, and sometimes people get busy and they can't, make dinner. So they need to know where the closest restaurant is to possibly be able to pick up some food on the way home. So those are a few conveniences you want to look at within a 2 to 5 mile radius. Schools, gas stations. Are there any grocery stores close by? Are there any restaurants? And how close is the nearest freeway on-ramp? Second thing that you want to look at is how much are the rents in the area? What are the properties around the home that I'm buying? What are they renting for? This will help you determine whether or not you're going to be paying more or less than the guy that's renting the house next door. A good rule of thumb is you don't want to pay more than 1% a month for the property that you're going to purchase. So let's say you have a home, you're looking to buy it for $100,000. You don't really want to pay more than $1,000 a month for your monthly mortgage. Actually, if you can pay $600, $700, $800, that's pretty good, especially with the interest rates today. You might be able to get that done, but you don't want to pay more than $1,000 because then you're possibly paying too much. So you want to take a close look at when you're doing your paperwork for your mortgage. How much am I paying? Is it something that I can really afford? And a good rule of thumb is also don't buy a house that's more than 3 times what. So if your yearly salary is $35,000, you don't want to go out there and buy a $200,000 home. It would be a lot more financially safe for you to purchase a home that's around $110,000. It's something that you can afford. It's within your price range, and you won't have to go broke making that monthly payment every month. So you're going to want to make sure that whether you're buying a rental property or you're buying your very first home, that you're not paying more than 3 times your yearly salary. If you're a fix and flip investor or a sophisticated buy and hold investor, I'm pretty sure you already have strategies in place. You know exactly how much you need to pay in order for this property to work for your business model. And the third thing that we're going to talk about is purchase price. Now, I know there are a lot of agents that are not going to agree with what I have to say, and they're probably going to hate me for what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway because these are tips to help you purchase a property or purchase your home. So here it is. Highest is not best. Agents will often ask you to put in your highest and best offer. Well, highest is not always best. I mean, do you really want to be the guy in the neighborhood that overpaid for his property? I know I don't. So my suggestion to you is have your agent pull a list of homes that sold in that area for the last 6 months. And then I would take a good range number of properties. So if you had a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, I'd take the 3-bedroom and 2-bathroom houses in that neighborhood. I would add up about 4, maybe 5 of those properties all together and divide them by how many properties you pick. So if you pick 4, you would going to divide the total number that you added up together by 4. And that would give you the average home price for that neighborhood. And that's what I would pay at my highest. Wouldn't pay any more than that. And the reason why I wouldn't pay any more than that is because I don't want to be the guy that makes my neighbor's home value increase. I would rather have somebody else do it. And so you're probably saying, well, Steve, what if it's a brand new home? How do we do that? Well, I would say don't buy phase 3. I would buy phase 1. Phase 1 is where you're going to get the best price and the best deal. If it's phase 3, I would go with the homes that sold in the phase 2 price range, not the phase 3, because in the phase 3 typically they're going to ask for more money. You're going to pay the most in that neighborhood, and you're going to wonder why your neighbor, how he bought his home in phase 2 and he's got $70,000 in equity, and why you bought your home and you have no equity. It's because they jack up the prices for phase 3. So if you're going to buy a home in a brand new community, phase 1 or phase 2, or negotiate the price down. If they don't accept your price, that's fine. Life will go on. You didn't have the house before and you were perfectly fine. You can go out and find another home that works for your budget. Remember, it's got to make sense. You can't go overpaying for properties just because you love the home. Investors typically make a lot of money because they don't buy homes that they love. They buy homes that make financial sense for their strategy. So just to recap, you're going to want to take a look at, where's the property located and what's close to it. Are there restaurants? Are there grocery stores, gas stations, schools? Is it close to a freeway on-ramp or even close to public transportation? You're going to want to take a look at, does this property have a good rent in the area? So are people paying around what I'm going to pay for my mortgage or less? Don't pay more than 1%. Remember the 1% rule. And then third but not least, highest is not best. Make sure that this property works for your financial situation, because you're the one that's got to pay for it. Now, these are just tips. These are just suggestions. I'm not saying that you have to live by these words. I'm not saying you have to follow these words to the grave. But these are just tips and suggestions meant to help you with your first purchase. So I hope these tips have helped you for today. If you haven't already done so, click like, click subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Leave a comment. And I do this every Monday at 3 p.m. We release a new video to help you along your journey in real estate.